Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fence over here that we're going to change and put metal fence posts in. We currently have the 4x4s in there of wood and they're kind of sagging a little bit. So hopefully the deal is that we can put these 8-foot inch and 5/8 inch metal galvanized posts in and there won't be any more sag. So we have the fast setting quickcrete over here. We have the brackets that we're going to use to put into the wood, and then obviously that fastens around the poles. And then if we come out here, I mean, you can already see how that gate's already sagging and everything else. We're about 5 minutes into the project, and we've got the first hole dug. And you can see here that we used the post hole digger, and this is all of the dirt that we got out. And so when you're digging this post, you want to make sure that it is 24 inches all the way down. So we'll just take our tape measure right here and we'll see where she's at. And you can see right here that we're a little bit deeper than 24 inches. So that's good. So we can go ahead and dig our second hole that's going to hold the second post. Here I had to grab a ladder to get some leverage over the top of the pole, and I used a level, a hammer, and a 2x4 to hammer down the pole into the ground. This way I was able to get a little bit more depth into the hole, and it would be a little bit more sturdy after the concrete has been poured. We just finished putting in the poles. My wife was out here when I put in the poles with the cement, and she was using the level to make sure that they were level in all directions so that they're not going to lean one way or the other. So you can kind of see the basic concept of what I'm going for here. It's kind of taking effect, and we'll take a look at how that concrete's setting in. So I want to put dirt on top of the concrete just so it has a better look. So that's why it's still a little bit lower than the ground level. But we use the quickcrete, and according to the box it says that it should be ready in about 30 minutes, but I'm going to give it an hour and a half just to be on the safe side, because I really don't want these things moving and I want them to be in a really secure spot. It's been almost an hour and a half, and you can see that it's about 90% cured. It's just a little wet just because we just had some rain, but overall they're not going anywhere. You can see right here that it's super solid. So yeah, I'm moving them right here and it's not going anywhere. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is put the metal brackets on and then start figuring out how I'm gonna connect the wood from this pole over to this pole. So guys, I just took off the wheel off of one of the bottom of the gates, and these are the brackets that we're going to be using. And you can see here that there's a hole in the back, and that's where you can open this up without the bolt, and you can screw it into the back of the fence into that hole, and then it holds it open. And then once you're ready, you can put the bolt on around the pole that it's already screwed into, and then the bolt puts pressure on itself, and that's what's going to hold it to the actual fence post. Here we have it, guys. It's all completed. You can see that we put a handle on here, and we did not modify the door. We kept the door the same length. When I was talking over with my wife, she said that the 2 spaces in there with the poles was just too much and it was too small. So if we're ever trying to get anything back there, we'd have to take a fence panel down, and she brought up a good point. So I'll show you how it opens here. We put a string on the latch right here so that you can pull it through on both sides. We'll unhook it here. It swings freely, openly. And you can see where I took out the pole right there, but then the other pole is working out pretty well. And you can see how we secured it. There's a lag bolt in the back, and then there's just a bolt with a nut on the other side here, and it does really well securing it. So that's on there pretty solid. I'm shaking it and it's not going anywhere. On the flip side of that, we can pull this gate back and it latches, and you can see here I'm pushing on it and it's not going anywhere. And the nice thing about this little loop is that when I pull this, it opens up the gate and we're able to come out. So the next project that I'm gonna have to do with this is eventually fill up this trench, and I want to make a concrete slab right here, so then all this mud won't be as muddy when my dog's traveling back and forth. So that'll be the next project to tackle.